Welcome back, let's play Marvel Saga Kororinpa. Something's going on back at the house. You're probably wondering what that big red thing was that we were seeing on the map that wasn't actually at the house. It's this thing. Ta-da! That's what the junk's for. Kinda. So we're going to learn what this thing actually does. So you collect junk, that being when you collect capsules that you've already collected before by replaying levels, you get junk. And you get different kinds of junk in different places. In different worlds, different themes. So the empty lot that we start in gives you a couple certain things. One of the things I got, I think, was nothingness. That's the junk I have right now. Some of them are kind of strange kinds of junk. Oh no, I got secret energy, never mind. Nothingness is a thing, I'm pretty sure. This is how you build stuff that you can... This is how you acquire things to use to build your own levels. Otherwise, it doesn't really have much of any relevance, actually. And there are a few strange things to explain about this. Oh yeah, this is actually where you make stages. Forgot about that. Anyways, he told us to use a recipe. So you can get recipes every now and then. Do you have any of these things? I know we have secret energy. What's that stuff on the left? I don't quite remember. Yeah, so you start out with... I think you might have an infinite supply of what that thing on the left is. It's like cookies a lot. So you make parts like that. Sometimes there are more interesting things you can make. You can select materials manually. You have so much of each thing. Yeah. So this you actually don't need anything for. You have infinite supply of, but everything else you just select whatever you want and then you press boop and it puts those things in and it tells you if it made something. So you can just randomly throw things together if you want to, but it's better that you actually get recipes. I don't quite remember how you get recipes. I admit. You get them somehow. There are also a couple strange things. I don't remember what the recipes are, not that it would matter much right now. But there are at least two, maybe three things you can actually, maybe even more, things that you can actually build by throwing things in manually that don't have a recipe that you can see on this menu. And those are weird glitch items. Like actually at least two of them are actually themes. Like, you know how you've seen the tutorial level theme with the cardboard and whatnot? We also had the empty lot theme with all the wood and whatnot. You can actually build themes like that via Fusion, and it'll tell you you got that theme, except when it presents it to you visually, it'll be kind of messed up, like how we saw that part we got earlier when we put the secret energy and the part base into the fuser. It showed us what it created. It creates something, I don't remember what it actually shows you, but it's not the right thing, I don't think, when you make a theme. And then the theme doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't actually unlock that theme for you to use either. It's really strange. I don't even know how people came across that thing. Especially how obscure this game is in terms of finding anything about it on the internet. But I think you can find it on GameFAQs. It's some kind of walkthrough on GameFAQs that tells you about that stuff, I think. It's a very fine business. But we'll have to worry more about that later on. I don't intend to make any levels or anything like that. If you guys want me to, I guess I can show off the level editor. I wouldn't expect anybody to have any strong feelings about that, but if you do, well, say so. Sewing supplies, indeed. Yes, this is a person that really likes to sew things. So I don't unlock any new balls. I'm hopping soon enough, I assure you. I thought we unlocked our next balls sooner than this, though. So this is when we start running into some thematic hazards and whatnot, too. Here we have scissors. We'll start running into other kinds of theme things later on. Cannons are more common in this game than I thought they were. Oh dear. those things will just crush you if you get caught in them. So every single time I fall into a can, I seem to get lagged up twice. Never just once. Like the initial fall, I seem to have like another bump in there. Yeah, it's always 2. And then of course when I get shut out, I usually bounce on something too. So that's 3 interruptions every single time I go into a cannon. Or possibly 4. Maybe even more if I end up dashing to a wall or something. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember the song at all. I remember the theme just fine, but there are some things about this game I suppose I just don't remember all that well. But I was also never especially fond of this particular area, of its visual theme or anything like that. It's so much brown and just colors in general I don't find appealing and all that. Okay. Ew. Is that invisible walkway? It looks like it. Well, come on, that was only 1 little bounce, not 2. Right, here we go. Green gem. Whenever I think of the ants, actually, that you have to collect in hard mode, I always think of these invisible invisible walkways, because they were very, very often hidden off of invisible pathways. What entails a stump temple part anyways? Like, what has to be constructed? Ah, yeah, this one. Yeah, so gameplay does actually change with theme a little bit, which is nice. Keeps the game a little bit more fresh. Oh, my microphone is slowly falling downward. One moment. Don't do that. Go to full height. Be near my mouth. There we go. Okay. Okay, so patience is virtue. Ta-da! Sometimes, though, you need to have some degree of speediness to not die. Maybe I will, Anthony. Maybe I will. Aha! Even without disconnecting my controller, I'm in some capacity impressed. Ooh. Never assume that there's a wall anywhere. Like, I actually expected there to be a wall right there where there just now wasn't, but I acted if there wasn't a wall because I figured it would just be good to have high standards for myself. And lo and behold, there was no wall, so I was okay. Rather, but I was still okay, despite that. Alright, so where's our green gem of the day? Calm down, it's okay. It's okay. It's down there. Oh yeah, these things are oddly sticky. Whoa. Indeed, Anthony. I'll get rolling. Yeah, that's one of the things that's why I mentioned that there's this notable aspect of your balls just not wanting to get moving sometimes. It's because it leads to issues like that one right there, where you just need to get going, and it shouldn't really be difficult to get past a certain portion like that, where all you need to do is move it just a little bit, but sometimes that sort of thing happens, where you get stuck. At the same time, it kind of comes with being able to do things like stopping pretty much on a dime. So it has its uses. This is gonna be really tough, isn't it? Nah. I'm surprised I'm not just getting crushed every time. I'm trying so hard. Yeah! Yeah, it's not even... Yeah, there you go. I didn't want to bump into any more things, because I was going to fall off anyways. Alright, take it nice and easy. Whoa. Ho ho ho! Okay. Here's the thing about taking it nice and easy in this game. You can nice and easily rotate like 90 degrees on flat land and gather immense amounts of speed. Just because you're performing calm actions doesn't mean the results are going to be calm in this game. That's one way of putting it, Anthony. It's one way of putting it. Time-consuming, but easy. And there we go. I'll show the thing off. That thing, shoo. So, it's supposed to be a super easy ball. It's called the Last Resort. Because, I mean, that's kind of what it is, I guess. But it has its own difficulties, too. Like, I will have had a really hard time in the previous episode in the previous level, using this thing. This thing is so slow. It rolls so slowly. Oh yeah, it makes strange sounds. But it's really hard to get start moving. It starts moving so slowly. Which here is actually beneficial because it means I don't actually have to have a wall next to me to be able to move these things over. Yeah, I can move these things over and then not move at all. The panda is unmoved entirely. Yeah, I'm trying to get moving. So that's why I call it Last Resort. Because you're not going to be getting good times with the panda, believe me. And it's kind of a pride thing. In some capacity, too. Yeah. Mostly because few people can take pride in using the quote-unquote super easy ball that goes frustratingly slow and then mocks you with fart noises. Although, on the plus side, it's really easy to avoid hitting walls and making the controller turn off with this thing because it moves so slowly. Like, I'm not trying to move like slow and deliberately or anything this whole time. Keep that in mind. It's not intentionally that I'm moving so slowly throughout this whole course. It's just the way this panda is. Love it or leave it. Man. Indeed I did. Drawbridge. Okay. So I'm gonna stop using the panda. And how much do you have left this episode? Sorry. Sorry about that. Look, I have my computer in an abnormal position, so sometimes things happen if I try to look at it up close, like the microphone falling over. Hope that I didn't make too bad a noise. I actually caught it with my Wii remote, and I made a loud snap noise. Fans. I think there are different colors of fans, some of which always stay on, some of which don't. Something like that. We'll have to see. It's so nice actually being able to move the game with this thing. It's not like it's an uncontrolled movement either. Like, it's wholly controllable. It's just not too slow. I can make it move. It's more controllable in the sense that I can actually make it move if I want to move. I'll put it that way. And no. I see that, I just think to myself, oh. I think to myself, okay, one, that was really short. Second, you're hiding something from me. I know that's not all there is to it. Marbles are so pretty. It's one of those things you never really talk about. But glass marbles with those odd little color things in them. I don't even know what they're made out of. The little colored bits. They look so nice. Okay. Up we go. Ah dear. And big hard bounce. Couple times. So that's one reason to have a marble with very low bounciness. I'll probably, if I never figure out how to fix this particular issue with the remote, whenever I bounce off of things, I'll probably, whoa, gravitate towards balls that have low bounciness, so we can minimize that stuff happening. I'm not going for good times or anything anyway, so I'm not really going to want to use any speed doing types of balls or anything like that. Alright, so one thing that's good to do is whenever you see a level, just study where you see its secrets are and make a plan. Just figure out beforehand where its collectibles all are. Not necessarily all of them, but at least the green crystal and the capsule. So what's these two directions? I know there's this thing here, which requires some fancy movement to not fall off afterwards. And survival is not required in any sense, but it's possible. And some would say preferable. I probably should have actually finished this episode before starting this level, but I guess you guys will get a bonus level today. This is actually the optional route. And sometimes they package the, oh wow, they need to shut the controller off. Sometimes they put the capsule and the green gem right next to each other for some reason. Not sure why. And you might have noticed by now, but whenever you fall off the track, you don't lose any of your collected gems or anything like that either. So death is really cheap in this game, nothing to worry about. It's only concern for time. Alright, but that'll be that for this episode of Let's Play Marvel Saga Kororinpa. Next episode, we'll head off to the next part of the neighbor's house. I don't think there's anything else to be seen right now, really. We picked up everything we need to pick up on all these? We have. Awesome. So, in that case, see you guys next episode, when we probably finish off the neighbor's house, or at least move on through it a bit more, if not. See you guys.